next guest was inspired to write a book when he realized he was the same age as his mom when she died. So what does this father think is most important to pass along to our sons and daughters?
Well, Brian Sack, the author of In the Event of My Untimely Demise, joins us this morning for more on your life lessons. I love this book. Very funny book. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
And just to give you a sense of how this book is written, I want to read from page 77, if I may. This is one sentence right up the top. When a 320-pound man plagued with eczema wants to be spanked by a gorgeous Czech girl, no amount of begging or pleading is going to make that happen.
Huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's helpful advice for anybody.
Enough said.
Yes.
Yeah. So you've taken some tips. You have about 20 in the book that you go through.
Right.
And how did you decide to put this together? What inspired you to write this book?
My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer when she was 39, which is the age I'm now. And she had 3 kids at the time. And, of course, any parent's fear, aside from losing their child, is dying before they see their child grow. And she wrote a letter to me and my brothers basically explaining, her fears and also her hopes and dreams for us in the event she were to die. And she did 4 years later, and my father handed me the letter. And that was always in the back of my head, that when I had kids, I wanted to give them some kind of legacy, leave them something. And when my wife became pregnant, I started working on ideas for a book for my child to be.
One of the chapters you say is to respect your elders,
yes.
Although with limits, not necessarily with blind faith, right?
It's respect your elders, but wisely. Realize that you should respect older folks and the people who are more, who've been around longer than you have. But also understand that not all of them are going to be as smart as you might like. And that's a lesson I got in college. I went to college to study film, and I got a political lecture for 4 years.
Yeah, you have some first-hand advice in the book, and I love this. You said, avoid any bipolar lady with a drug-sniffing wonder cat.
Yes.
That's good advice. What exactly does that mean?
That basically,
and that guy too.
That's from the chapter called Meet the Parents, and that's when you have somebody, a significant other, you really got to get to meet the parents and get to know them, because you're going to be dealing with that in the future, and you might not want to. And so when I went to visit a girlfriend at the time, and her mother claimed that the cat unzipped my medicine kit looking for drugs, I realized it was time to move on.
You say trust your gut, which I'm a firm believer in, but also have high hopes, but not too high, right?
High reasonable hopes. Dream big, but be reasonable. I mean, don't wind up on American Idol with your pants around your ankles in front of 40 million people.
That is good advice.
It is good advice. It's the difference between my friend who was an aspiring rock star but actually worked at it and became one, and the guy who sat on the sofa smoking pot every morning and getting up and eating Cheerios all day.
What's great about the book is it's funny. It's not going to sadden you, but it's some great life lessons. The book is called In the Event of My Untimely Demise. The author, Brian Sack. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks a lot. Well, those Jonas Brothers are squeaky clean, but is it all just an act? We'll take a closer look at teen celebrities who influence your children's behavior. Stick around.